I'm Brian Keating. He's Carson Cunningham.
Let's crash the boards.
You ready to crash the boards?
Yeah, let's talk
It's not like there's nothing to talk about.
There's a lot going on, but none more importantly than the subject of Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant is now July 1st. He's now a free agent.
Basically.
Not under contract with the Oklahoma City Thunder, which I would think Thunder fans watching very intently the saga of Kevin Durant in the future.
It's funny how the second they lost, like the game just became on the back burner very quickly, and all we were talking about was Kevin Durant like the next day. But I think Thunder fans feeling okay, a little cautious optimism.
Okay.
I mean, they're not totally just overconfident he's going to stay, but I think now more than ever they really are optimistic, more so than even in years past, because of what the Thunder did in the playoffs, all the money they can offer, which we'll get into all that. But I think Thunder fans feeling much better, but they are cautious. They're not letting their guard down leave.
Cautious optimism. I think that's probably, but I think they are a little bit on edge. I mean,
You think so?
a Kevin Durant story pops up in your Twitter timeline. You're like, okay, I gotta click that. I gotta find out what's going on. What's the newest, latest thing? It's like they're sleeping fairly good, but like with one eye open, and, like my dog.
Yeah.
One eye open, just gotta know what's going on.
Yeah, he's in the backyard, but you gotta just check, make sure he didn't dig out and leave.
Yeah, I think Thunder fans are sleeping with one eye open, on edge, and for good reason. It's Kevin freaking Durant.
Yeah, guys like him don't come around very often.
You either have a chance to win the whole thing next year or you don't.
Right.
And that's on Kevin Durant making a decision.
Yeah.
And
there will be many stories until July 1st.
No doubt about that.
I think every team in the league has been linked to him at one point.
You think everybody wants Kevin Durant?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody linked to Kevin Durant.
No doubt.
So let's put this in perspective. How attractive now is, you mentioned it, is the Thunder job? I mean, they were in the Western Conference Finals, and they were a couple of minutes away from closing out the Warriors. It's an attractive job. How attractive to KD?
It's very attractive.
Yeah.
And I think in years past, a lot of the analysts, critics have said, well, he's got to leave Oklahoma City to win a championship. Well, this year proved it's a no-brainer. He would be dumb to leave Oklahoma City Thunder. Their average age is 26. They have a 22-year-old freak playing center in Steven Adams. He gets better every game. The supporting cast played well enough to win an NBA championship. Kevin Durant knows this. It makes all the sense from a basketball standpoint. That is most important to Kevin Durant, on top of all the other factors like playing his whole career in Oklahoma City and all that other stuff.
He's called it home a lot recently. Used the word "we" a number of times.
That sounded pretty good.
It sounded pretty good. As far as basketball goes, the Oklahoma City Thunder are a dime piece. They are 10 out of 10.
I thought they're only worth 10 cents.
No, a dime piece.
I got you.
10 out of 10.
I got you.
It's an incredible basketball situation with one of the best players in the world, Russell Westbrook. You mentioned Steven Adams. Enes Kanter is coming. He's 24. Dion Waiters is coming. He's 24. This is a young group getting better by the day. There might be some tweaks that Sam Presti could do to maybe improve it even more and give them a better opportunity. But they don't hand out NBA championships. I don't care where you play. Like, that's always the question. Where can Kevin Durant go and win a championship? Well, he can win it right here. You just got to go do it. They don't hand them out. So
they were 5 minutes away from making the NBA Finals. They were in Game 6. They had the
by
Warriors
7.
down. Yeah.
They had them beat dead to rights.
They're right there.
They are right there.
So
you're right about that.
I think it's a no-brainer for them.
All right, so let's just go. Let's put our prediction hats on. Carstradamus.
I don't want to look silly here.
Keatstradamus. Let's. What's going to happen?
I like your Nostradamus. I'm kind of going.
The Keatstradamus?
I'm going to quote Method Man of Wu-Tang fame.
You're digging deep now.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream.
Okay, cream. Oh, all right.
As much as Kevin probably loves this situation, he could get a Thunder tattoo across his chest, but he still needs to sign the one-year deal with a one-year option, just because it makes all the financial sense in the world. Now, will he tell Sam and the gang, hey, I'm signing long-term, I'm just doing this for financial stability? I think so. I think there's a chance he could just sign a long-term deal just to get this whole circus over with, but I think he just simply has to make it about the money.
I'm going different from you. I think it's long-term OKC.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Kevin Durant mentioned it the other day about the one-year deal into a 5-year deal. I get that he can make the most money doing that. He said that's not who he is. And for everything we know about Kevin Durant, that's proven to be the case throughout his career. And he will get a max contract when he signs it. But it also gives the Thunder a little more flexibility moving forward to put enough guys that he thinks might fit and make some tweaks around him to really give him the best shot to win it. I think it's long-term OKC. He knows what kind of team he has. I think he wants to stay here. I get that he wants to look around and make sure that's the right decision. That's smart business. It's smart personal business. But I think he'll wind up staying in Oklahoma City, and I think he'll do it for 5 years.
Well, Thunder fans hope you're right, because throw a party if he does that. I mean, because then you're contending for a title as long as that contract lasts.
Fiesta OKC coming soon, according to me.
Party in the OKC.
Party in the OKC. KD's a free agent. He's Carson. I'm Brian. That's Crashing the Boards.